and welcome to my channel here. I have a quick review here for you for anybody looking for a budget wireless, true wireless earbud. I know everybody can't afford to spend $200+ on a good set of earbuds, especially if they're the truly wireless kind. So I picked up this one here off of Amazon. It was totally out of my own pocket, and it was $29 for this Tranya T10B. So that's a T10B. Tranya has another version of this earbud. That's just the T10. It's an older version. This is the upgraded version, and I can kind of show you that on the back here. See if it'll focus here. You can see that there where it says upgraded. That'll be one way to tell that it's not the old version, and it also says T10B there, so that's what you want to look for if you're looking for this one. The difference between the T10 and the T10B, which is this one, is the original one actually had noise cancellation. This one does not, unfortunately. That's something they stripped out for this. But on the other hand, this version has the low latency gaming mode, which is actually a huge plus in my opinion, because I do a lot of watching movies, and I watch, I watch a lot of movies, play some games on my phone, and having latency is really a bummer if you have that for either one of those activities. Sometimes it'll make it completely unwatchable or unplayable if you have too much latency. So what we get in the box here is you get your earbuds in case. And you can see there, Tranya. You open it up, and I have the earbuds out here, but this is what the inside of the earbuds case looks like. The case itself is not super high quality feeling, but it doesn't feel super cheap either. And on the front here you have 4 dots. Each one of these dots, when you're charging it, will show you 25% charge on the case. So that's a good feature to have. I like that, to be able to tell how much I have. And then here you can plug these into the case. And another thing I like about these, and some of the cheaper ones don't have it, but you can see there that it tells you when you're charging with the little white dots. So that's a good thing. I like that. Some don't have that. Even some higher cost ones I've seen don't have that. So that's what you get there. You get some extra rubber ends here of different sizes too. That's not a plus, in my opinion. At any price range, earbuds these days should come with extras. You get your charging cable, which is another thing that's great about this, is it's the Type-C USB here, USB Type-C, instead of the old version here, the micro USB, which is not as fast charging. You also get this decal here if you want to use that or not, up to you, but nice little thing there in case you like it. As you can see, you get a white box here that tells you get game mode, bass boost mode, and then on the back it will tell you the specs. 12mm driver. That's a pretty large driver. It'll probably have a good bass if you see something with that high or that size of driver. Usually that's the case, not always, but generally that's a good thing to have a bigger driver if you want more bass. And as you can see, you get the game mode, crystal clear calls, which I have tested, and maybe I'll put a sample of that in later. It's actually very good quality. IPX7 waterproof, which is important. My opinion is, if you plan on to wear these earbuds in the shower, You could get away with IPX6 even. But if you ever want to wear these earbuds while you're sitting in the tub relaxing, or if you're washing dishes, something like that where the earbuds could fall out and be submerged, you're going to want the IPX7, because the IPX6 does not protect against submersion. It can take splashing from like a shower and that sort of thing, but if you drop it in water, that, you know, submerge it in water in any way, like dropping it in the sink or dropping it in the tub, they could potentially be ruined. And with these IPX7s, they can be submerged up to a meter underwater for 30 minutes without any issues. So that's a big plus if you be using these around water. Like I spend a lot of time at a lake cabin, sitting on the dock or in the canoe. I might take the canoe or kayak out with my earbuds on, and if I were to drop in the water, maybe I might lose them anyways, but you know, if there's some water in the bottom of the canoe or something like that, or if it's close to shore where I'd be able to see them, if I drop these in the water, they're not going to get ruined. You get a nice instruction manual here that shows you everything that you need to know to use them. It's pretty simple. They don't work that much differently than any other wireless earbuds do. You can see the functions here. It is, you get a press and hold for 1 second to pause or play, which is kind of, I like a fast tap myself, so that's not a really great feature, but it's not a deal breaker for me, at least. You can do a triple tap to go to the next or previous track, depending on which earbud you tap. Volume up and down, which is a nice feature, by tapping twice on the left or right. Left is down, right is up. You can tap 4 times to activate your AI on your phone, whether it's Siri or your Google Android phone. If you want to reject a call, you press and hold for 1 second when it's coming in. Answer a call, you just do a single tap. And then on the other side here, game mode. Now this is kind of tricky sometimes because you got to tap it 5 times to get it into game mode on the right earbud. Which, I'm right-handed, that's not so hard for me, I guess. But sometimes you have to tap it right on the button. You can't be kind of partially on the button. It won't work. And the same as if you want to go back into normal mode from game mode, you got to tap the left 5 times. And if you want to go to bass boost mode, you have to tap the left 5 times. So that's pretty much the sum up of the features that it has and how they look. Now, the earbuds themselves, as you can see, they are quite chunky. When you put these in your ear, they're going to stick out quite a ways. So if you're somebody that likes to sleep with these in, these were probably not going to be the most comfortable ones to sleep in, because you're going to be pressing it into your ear with your head on the pillow. There's the tap button. It's just a resistance impediment button, I think is what they call it, something in that order. It's not an actual button you press, it's just a tap on there, and it reads that you've contacted the surface, and that tells the earbud that you tapped. Okay, so there's no actual mechanical button. As far as the fit and finish of these, they do look a little on the cheap side, but considering they're $30, you kind of got to expect that they're not going to look like $300 earbuds, okay? But I don't really buy earbuds for the way they look. I buy them for their features and how they sound, okay? So on these ones, moving on to the sound, well, I guess we should stop at the fit part, how they fit in your ear. They actually fit very nice in my ear, so they're very comfortable. And so I think from that point of view, that's a high score for these. Even though they are on the bigger side for just general wearing, they do fit very nicely and they're very comfortable. I wore these all day for 8 hours, and they did not bother my ears at all. So that's a good thing for me, because I like to use mine pretty much. I will use my earbuds probably 8 to 10 hours a day on a typical day, and these were very comfortable for that whole time. Now for performance, the one thing that's really great about these is if you like playing games or watching movies, the low latency mode is very nice. They will not have any delay between the video or the gaming or your game while you're watching them. So it won't be like delayed, the lips moving on the screen and you're hearing something different in your ear. Okay, so but if you don't use the gaming mode, you will have a significant amount of latency to the point where it's unwatchable if you're watching movies. So just keep that in mind. If you're going to be using these for movies, you need to be using the low latency game mode, or else it's going to be pretty frustrating. Another good thing is that bass boost really works. It's quite impressive the amount of bass you get out of something at this price range. I have some higher priced earbuds that are not anywhere near as good bass wise as these. So you'll like this if you like watching action movies. Although the game mode I think brings it down a little bit, but generally speaking, if you're playing like rap or EDM or something like that has a lot of beats and bass, you're going to really like these. Now on the other side, because of the bass, you will have I guess the mid-range and the treble are a little bit muted. It's not bad, it's still pretty good, but you'll notice some muting of the treble and the mid-range, which results in a little bit they're not as clear as other earbuds, but not really out of the range. They're probably still pretty good for this price range as far as clarity goes, but compared to some higher end earbuds, they're going to be a little bit less clear. And so if you're listening to something like acoustic guitar or something like that, you're going to notice the clarity is not as good as some others, especially with the bass boost on. Now if you take the bass boost off, you basically get no bass. It's pretty trebly, and even then it's still not that clear on regular mode. So unless you're listening to like podcasts or something like that where the bass makes zero difference, you should have bass boost on. That'll give you the best sound overall for music and movies. I'm not entirely sure yet. I have to ask the manufacturer here when you put it into game mode if you still get the bass boost or not. It doesn't seem like you necessarily do, but at the same time, it does have pretty good overall bass when you're watching an action movie and there's explosions and things like that. So that's about it for the performance for the most part. The other thing to look at here is the advertised 8 hours of playtime. Now, technically, yes, you get 8 hours of playtime with these, but that's not with bass boost. And you should, if you want the best sound, you're going to need to use bass boost. So you will get in regular mode, in normal mode, you will get pretty close to that 8 hours. If you have bass boost on, my testing so far has shown that you get maybe 5 hours tops. So just keep that in mind. If you're going to listen to music all day at work with these on, you're probably going to have to charge. Now, with the case here, you will be able to charge it multiple times to extend the playtime, and they can be operated individually, one bud at a time if you want. So if you're at work and you can only have one earbud in so you can hear coworkers and whatnot, you will actually be able to, between the two earbuds, easily make an entire day with the bass boost on, using just the two earbuds. You should get about 4 charges on this case. So you can get upwards of 30 hours probably. I haven't tested that yet on it, but just based on what I've seen so far, it looks like about 30 hours probably. 25 to 30 hours worth of playtime in the case as well. So you could certainly go just about a whole work week without charging the case, depending on your use. So as far as value goes, because that's the reason why people buy these sort of earbuds, is they're looking for a value, right? So when looking at other earbuds in this price range, I would say this is, $29.99 is what I paid for these on Amazon. And I did not get these for free, so this isn't me taking a free item here to give a good review, but it is a very good value at $29.99. I have some $70, $80 earbuds that don't perform or sound as well as these. Now, the one drawback is that these don't have noise cancellation. At least it's not advertised here, and it doesn't sound like it does. It just basically has the amount of sound cancellation that you normally get by just stuffing something in your ear. So I don't think it has any active noise cancellation. And that's a kind of a downside on it, because you can, unless you have it way up, the volume way up, you'll be able to hear things through them. So they're not going to totally let you zone out and listen to music in a noisy area like an airport or something like that. You'll probably still hear background noise. But at this price range, that's not that big of a deal, because even if at this price range you find some earbuds with noise cancellation, it's probably not going to work very good anyway. So it's not that huge of a deal at this price range. And as far as the other thing that brings up here too is the volume. The volume on these is they are quite loud. So just be careful when you first use them until you get used to them, so you don't do any damage to your ears. But I generally listen to music on these about at 60% volume, and that's pretty good, and you get a nice bass with that level with the bass boost on. If you go, you can certainly go higher, and if you really like thumping, you can bump these all the way up, and you're gonna feel it. So they're pretty good with the bass, and they got plenty of volume for pretty much anybody. Well, that's about all I have for this review. If you're looking for a pair of earbuds that are under $30 or under $40, that kind of area, this is going to be one of the ones you're going to want to look at. I have not looked at every set of wireless earbuds that are on Amazon to see what the competitors are, but the ones I have looked at, this seems to be, certainly has to be one of the top 3 or 4 earbuds, set of earbuds in this price range. The Tranya T10B, just for reference there. Alright, well, thank you for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. It helps me know that I'm doing something that you like. And then leave comments below if you have these earbuds and you have some experience with them. If you agree or disagree with me, that's cool. But I want to hear what you think of these. Alright guys, thank you, and you have a great week.